absolutely. That's the fundamental of what the education does. The biggest tool, number one, is the realization that you can make your dreams come true. That you actually can be a designer, that you can move large companies, that at whatever job you work at, you can be the most creative person in the room. That's actually step one. Most people have an idea that you're going to get an education, you're going to go work for a company, and you're going to be told what to do, and you produce that, and that's it, right? But actually, it's the realization that you can be a problem solver, so that when you're in a meeting with other people, you can creatively identify the problem and be the one who steps up and says, and here's the solution. No one just wants to hear problems, right? No one wants to say, that chair is bad because of this, right? However, you can be the person who says, this chair is not working for our company, and here's why. So it's the notion that you're actually empowered more than anything. So that's step one, is the realization that what you believe and what you think works actually can work. Then it's about harnessing that creativity through a process of essentially what we've all been describing, learning the process. Okay, what you have to do first is you have to discover, you have to do research, right? Actually, people have to learn how to do research. This sounds stupid, but it's true, right? You have to learn how to do research correctly. The next thing, you have to learn how to do research, you have to learn how to work with your product, and this is the next big thing. So the first stage is that you have to have confidence, right? Belief in yourself. The next big stage that people have a huge hurdle getting over, so I want everyone to listen if you weren't listening before, is the willingness to fail. People have a huge mental problem with this. What we really teach is the ability to fail well. In other words, you have to take risk, and the first time you do it, you will do it wrong. That's fine. That doesn't mean you're a failure, right? It's actually an emotional hurdle that people have to get over. In fact, this gets drilled out of you in high school, right? It's like, no, if you have to do it right. That's not true. No, do it wrong. Fail. And then get over it. So it's actually an opportunity to learn how to use these things in order to finally come to a cycle of how you work best. Would you all agree? That's really what you have to do. And very few designers, very few people ever get over that, right? They'll fail the first time, they give up. Actually, what you have to learn is that that's part of the process. So does that story help? It's a series of cycles of how to research, develop, fail, rethink, re-research, right? It's actually the idea of upscaling ideas. How's that? You never throw out an idea. You never throw out something, even if it looks like it's trash at the time.
Okay. Now, any additional comments you want to raise? Now, okay. Now, because of in time, we have to close it up. Now, with the experience and the cases sharing that we receive, now we have to believe that upcycling is more than just a fad or trend, because it touches on our everyday life. It makes the value chain to be utilized more efficiently, and also I think it has a very important influence on people's mindsets. Be more environmentally friendly to start with. Okay, whether it's upcycling, downcycling, or at the end of the day, is we want to have a more environmentally friendly atmosphere for all to live. Okay, now I would like to thank the organizer for organizing this seminar. So we'll close up this panel session. I think it's back to Ling. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edmund.
Thank you.
All the speakers for hosting the panel. I have something in mind. Please don't go. Come on. I'm trying to solve the problem of whose question? Your question, right? How to make a upcycling business more sustainable or easier to do. I'm a consultant in my real life. Okay, I'm not an educator. I just work in university as a consultant. In the video, you see TerraCycle here. TerraCycle is in the first 1 minute video. Okay. What they are now doing is they engage with big corporations like M&M. Do you know M&M? Chocolate manufacturer, very big. And then, on the other hand, they will partner with schools, especially kids. Primary school, So how can they do that? The social impact is beyond just partnering with M&M to utilize their plastic bag, their, the bag of the chocolate product. They also teach their kids to collect chocolate bags back to the factory and then manufacture. So sometimes when you build a business, okay, there are a lot of dimensions that you can imagine. Okay, not just on one way that I manufacture this product and then I sell it out and I take the profits. But somehow, government pay you money. Maybe if you can persuade them to, let you to join the program, or you can create anything through your ventures. But the core business is they have designer, they have manufacturing, they have an ideas to turn raw materials into another product. So that's the main business focus that they are selling to you. So I strongly recommend you to take a look of Paracycle in the website and understand more about what their business is doing. So I have one question for you. Does anyone know our logic behind the design for the logo? I feel only our colleagues or maybe some guys know that, but if anyone who knows the reasoning behind the design for the logo, then I can give you a free lunch in Hyatt. Okay? Just nearby this building. Hyatt lunch is not so expensive as you expect. Okay? Around $200. Okay? Because we are talking about design, so we are making use of design, the mind of design for creating the new logo, the new brand for our competition. We are so different from last year. Last year we have a cube, Rubik cube, like HKSEC in the logo, and make use of the graphic to present. Social enterprise is not so difficult to solve or to create. Okay, anyone want to try? Anyone want to bid for the lunch? Okay, now what to say? Okay, now. Where do we are? Okay, let's try it. Construct the star or asterisk. You think we can make use of this to create this one? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I have never figured about this. Yeah. But you can see because of the color, okay, you can make use of the color. Anyone want to try it? Okay.
I see that there are 3 dimensions of this.
Yes.
So I'm thinking of maybe the definition of an SE is to be environmentally sustainable and profitable, and because you have to keep the business going on, and then it has to, and most of all, it has to solve the social problem.
Wow, 100. 100. Perfect. Okay, it's our thinking. How can you know this? You look at my Facebook?
No, I didn't add you.
Okay, now, okay, are you a student? Okay, thank you. So you should surely enroll in our competition. It's a triple bottom line. Okay. Last year we always talking about double bottom line, which is economic vision and also social vision. But this year we try to evolve into a triple bottom line, which include environmental. Because we find that it's green, every company also need to care about the environmental problem, the situation there. So the logo, the asterisk itself, is a triple bottom line in a 3-dimensional aspect that we encourage participants to think in a 3-dimensional way. Okay, many problems can be solved in different angles, and this really deliberately use two colors to do the design for the Hong Kong set, because two colors means at least you have double bottom line, two wheel, so economics or anything. And also look at this one. Okay, this is a kind of joint. Okay, so like a puzzle, you pull it out. Okay, easily to be hatched. So we want people to see what's inside is the kind of puzzle, or you can easily plug in and out, fit into the other things. Okay. So very good. Where's smart student? Are you from our university? No. How about you? Oh, Poly U. Okay. Always Poly U. Poly U is a very strong design mind. Okay, so let me spend about 10 minutes for the introduction of the competition. This year, 2010, is our 4th year of organizing the competition. In short, okay, without looking at the slide, we are a business plan competition, but the business plan must be containing social mission. So you need to define, create, think about a business plan that can generate profits and also produce social impact. Social impact including environmental impact, reducing the problems, anything that have social good. But remember, business plan competition is only the end of the final mission of the competition. But throughout the competition, we have a lot of activities, trainings, talks like today. So as a student or as an alumni, fresh alumni, you can also be eligible, be allowed to join the competition and also to learn through the process. This is the problem, okay? We always facing a lot of problems on the street, poverty in Hong Kong. We have different photos, different people witness the street, the situation, picking the rubbish, and also a lot of problems, environmental poverty, public health, climate, drug abuse, air pollution, different things you can think about. So, what can we do? Can we do anything with this? So, we try to create a platform that young generation, at least you are graduating or you are still studying, you are eligible to join us. We are a platform for young undergraduates and fresh graduates to learn the principle of social entrepreneurship. This year we have more participants. 22 schools are eligible or partner with us. We have more alumni association, HKSEC, and design center. We have some technology companies from USA, from Hong Kong to support our logistics. And also we have new sponsor called Social Group. They gave us not only for money, but also they gave us different knowledge support, talent support, manpower, and also technical support. We believe social enterprise is created with social mission, and we try to aim at relieving or reducing the social problems. We try to do it in an innovative way. We hope you can also help us to do it together. And actually we have 3 steps in practice. That is motivation and user-driven innovation and also action. Motivation means, like today, we have a talk, and in the near future, we have some inauguration ceremony, we have a mixer gathering, and all of you are welcome to join that, and then you can find some similar-minded people together. Or after today's talk, you can also mingling around and to see whether any and guys, girls can become your teammates together, and then you try to explore different people's talents. Okay, I always vision a perfect team. It's a team that consists of business school student, design school student, and also engineering school student, because you will have a very complete portfolio of talents that can help you to solve any kind of problems. Okay. Of course, if you just confine your team into just business school students, your MBA classmate, undergraduate classmate, that will be fine. But you need to know or more innovatively to think about how to make up a mock-up design, how to do a prototype, how to define the process of the manufacturing or business process. That will demand some knowledge on engineering stuff. So I really recommend, if you are eligible to enter our competition, find a teammate from different disciplines of the universities or from different universities. So this time we have a SCAD because we find SCAD students are more creative and more trained in a different mind training. So you can also find them because SCAD is also one of our participating institutions. And also the Academy of Performing Arts in Wanchai, they also partner with us together, and then their students can also become your partners too. So if you find anything about performing arts, about drama, that can make use of that to become social enterprise, you can also invite their students to become your partners too. And we have these steps, and also we have 4 practice process like internship, incubation, staff investment, and mentorship. So, what our program? Our approach is in twofold: through the learning activities and through the practicing and awards. Learning activities, we have talks like today. We have 2 more talks like social intelligence forum and also innovating the social business. I cannot tell you more on these 2 talks. Just keep an eye on our website, and we will also email you about the updates. But we have the training workshops that aim at creative training, because in our past 3 years, we find that our business plan training workshop is more straightforward, more on how to think about on a business mind, on creating a sustainable business plan, how to write up your financial. But we want you to do it on the ground zero, on a very fundamental way, that's how to create an interesting ideas. Okay, because I think most of the students they lack of such kind of training. So this year we will engage some creative teams to provide creative training workshops. Because the first workshop is on the mindset training, and the second one is the skills training. So how to produce a plan, how to produce a prototype, and you have 2-day training on this. So the whole process, I think, is more valuable than the prize money at the end of the competition, because you cannot learn it from your lecture in your disciplines of learning in your universities. And so we also have some outgoing visits. We have a community visits. We will bring you to the street to walk with the NGO's partners. They will bring you to some sunshine bowl and also to talk with some minority groups, understand their living standards, understand what their problems are, and so you can think about and also to experience what they are experiencing every day. So I think this is a very good thing, and this is new to us. We haven't done it before, but we try to do it for this year. And we also conduct some mixer and mentors gatherings. So you will meet a lot of students together. And our mixer will be conducted in SCAD in the campus of Aishman. So you will enjoy that because that is a wonderful campus. Okay. Before that is a court. So it's a course 一個家庭嚟嘅，佢哋嗰個大學係。So you will find a lot of interesting old buildings, old structure, old rooms, really fantastic. So I look forward to this lecture. And what else? So through this learning process, you will practice, you will deliver to us a business summary, and then a presentation in the semi-final and grand final. So the process is like a pyramid. Okay, everyone is eligible, every team. Okay, you form a team, at least 2 people, but not more than 5. Then you write up a summary before the deadline. 5 pages, not more than that, English or Chinese. You can also include any visual promotion like a video or a slideshow or photo slides, anything you think you can put it online and then click it, copy the link to the submission. Then you can submit all your stuff. We will have our judges. They will view your video and summary online. We have a platform. We call it a UNO platform. That platform can allow the judges to view your videos and online documents through a platform, and then they will take any evaluate, assess, and give the score online. After that, locally we have more than 200 plans submitted, and this year I expect 300 teams will be registering and also submitted plans. So you are competing with a lot of people. But be confident, if you join our lectures, join our talks, I think you can develop a better business ideas. Last year, the two teams winning teams, they also actively participate in our training workshops a lot. So that's why they won the competition. I always think the most hardworking students, they always, because they take notes of every speaker's ideas, and then they develop their own plan in a very presentable way. So if you join our competition, I really want you to be present in all our workshops and also talks, and so that you can learn in a total way. Okay, not just I joined your competition, but I never appear in your training workshops. Okay, that's no good to you. Then we will select 24 teams. 24 teams will be invited to write a full business plan. Full business plan is 20 pages. You can add any illustration on that, on a paper approach, and then English or Chinese. Be consistent. Okay, if you write it in the Chinese executive summary, then you write your business plan in Chinese too. And there's no difference. Okay, we have no bias on Chinese or English. Okay, actually, this depends on how you elaborate your ideas. And then once you are invited into writing a business plan, you must present in the semi-final because you are eligible as a semi-finalist, the last 24 teams. Then you will need to present with a 15 minutes presentation and 20 minutes Q&A in the semi-final. Semi-final day is on January 22nd, right? 22nd January of 2011. Yeah. But our upcoming event is on September 25th. I also invite all of you to come because we have our Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Song. He will be as our guest speaker in the inauguration ceremony to give us some keynote speaking on how he will on the social enterprise. It's on September 25th, a Saturday morning in the Central Campus, okay, in our MBA campus in Central, Bank of America Tower. Okay. You can see more details on the whole web schedule on the 1st of September. Okay. We will launch everything by the 1st of September, so please wait for a while, a few days. And these are our coverage, media coverage in last year. we did a lot of public relations and also publicity exposure, because we want everyone in Hong Kong, they can, even though they cannot be enrolled, admitted into the competition, but they can also share what you are doing. So, but we can only present the two winning teams' ideas on the newspaper. But somehow, like Sue, the Déjà creations, okay, her plan is also mentioned in the newspaper, and finally, her venture is the earliest venture that come out from a competition. So sometimes, even though you are not a winner, but if you have passion, you can also roll out your big social enterprise or much earlier than other teams too. So what are the subsequent steps after the competition? We will give you money. Yeah, we will give you money, because if you were awarded as the champion teams, we select 2 champion teams every year. So if you are the winner, we will give you $48,000 Hong Kong dollar per person. So if you find a team for 5 persons, it's the best, because you will get more than how many? 48 times 5, right? More than $200,000 for starting up your business. So if you have 5 members, but the condition is you need to have all the 5 members devotedly, dedicatedly to work on the real ventures, at least for 6 months. Okay, you need to spend time. You cannot just fool me around and tell me, oh, I'm going to do this social enterprise, and then I take your money, but you don't do anything. Okay, we will keep our eyes on you. We have mentors. We need you to write reports. We need you to define the milestone, and we will closely working with you together. So you cannot cheat around. But we will surely help. We want to help you to do the business, and we want your business to do it bigger and bigger. And we will also try to introduce investors to you. So the internship is only the first money as a compensation of your work, as a winner, as a summer job, whatever you want. $8,000 per month, 6 months. Everyone can get it. So you can set this as your vision, okay, to achieve for a competition. Money financially is an award, but experience is also very valuable. These are our past photos. With the gatherings, you can see people and meet around. And training workshops, we sometimes are also as a worker, as a speaker and trainers, and also our colleagues. But we also invite other people and other professionals to do that. And business competition, you can see some snapshot here, with video walls, students sitting there and listening to the presentations. This year, we also have another good software like Palo is the famous Silicon Valley software company who mainly manufacture the business plan software. We also distribute the software to you free of charge, and they just recently agreed to sponsor us again for your academic versions. This version costs $800 Hong Kong for purchasing. So if you are registered as our participants, you are feel free to download this software to help you to develop the plan. But trust me, you cannot win the competition if you are just using this software. I can assure that you will not win, because this is only a very routine software that can guide you through every aspect. But the spirit is in your mind, but creativity is in your mind. They are not creative software. They are just a guidelines, checklist that can help you to reduce your time of putting things together, especially the financial. Okay, the financial specialist doing it quite well, step by step. So some students, if you are if you don't have any financial training before, if you are not from business school, then you will find this easy to use, and it can help you go through the whole business planning process. We have an internship. We also have a matching fund program. This is not a new one. Last year we also have a matching fund. This is a 100,000 matching fund. Once you want to put your business plan into action, if you can pull up maybe 100,000 money as a start capital by yourself, then our investor will also give you another 100,000 money to you without taking your shares. So it is quite attractive because the investment money will not take up your shares, but it will give you the same money as you put into the company. So you can have more capital to use. But the condition is the investor want to work with you together. So he will be on your board of directors, one of the director seat, and help you to go through your whole process. So once you open a company, you want to invite the investor, talk to me, and I will introduce you to our investor group, and they will put up the money to you. Initially, we limit the size of 100,000. So, but I think there will be more investor of different type of offering from them. So we're still updating you. These are the eligible criteria. Normally, if you are graduated since 2008 to now, you are eligible to take part in the competition, 2 to 5 people, and nothing else. But another condition is you must be coming from Hong Kong academic institution. If you graduate or studying from university in mainland China, I'm sorry, I cannot admit you to this competition. Okay, because our sponsor is from the government, and the government need the money spent on local students only. So, but you can still, if you are still interested in helping us, if you are not come from the local school, we welcome you to observe and also to maybe help us as a helper, or help the teams as a helper, or advisors or consultants to help them. Yeah. Even though if you are an adult and not affiliated with any academic institution before. So we have some key dates, like registration deadline. Remember this is October 18. Not later than this, you must form the teams and register in our website. You need to submit a summary in November 15, and the semi-final if you are lucky, and also if you have a very good summary, then we invite you to the semi-final on January 22nd next year, and be prepared to join the grand final on February 19th. So these are some days that you need to remember and put on your calendar. I hope, because some students, they may have another plan in the next semester from January. Sometimes they may study in CHK and then they go abroad to Chicago for another semester. Then you cannot present. Sometimes it happens. So, but if your teams, like if you have 5 members in the team, and if you can still have at least 2 members present in any round of the competition, I will also allow you to stay on the semi-final or grand final list of the presentation. Okay, but if you only just have, I think I have 5 people, but all 4 of the students members will leave Hong Kong and cannot show up in this competition date, then I cannot admit you to represent in the presentation, because you just have 1 guy. Okay, I cannot afford you could just have 1 guy standing on the stage and presenting. Okay, it's not very respectful to us and also to the judges. So be assured. Okay, I think so. You need to find more teammates. It's better, because at least you can keep more students together. Yeah. But anything you can talk with me or our colleagues together, and so we can solve the problem for you. And the SE talks, okay, we have a lot of talks, so we'll keep on updating you. One thing. This one, you must join it. enterprise summit. We have 100 free seating in the social enterprise summit. It's a two days training workshop offered by the Hong Kong, by the social enterprise summit campaign. It's another social enterprise initiative, not a competition. It's not a competition. It's just a public forum organized by someone in Hong Kong. This year is the third year they are organizing this, and they have a lot of speakers, a lot of opportunities to meet people. We are now the partners together, so they offer us 100 free seats. Each participant, if you pay by yourself, you need to pay at least $680 for the 2 days. So if you are our participants of the Hong Kong Social Enterprise Challenge, you will be eligible, but we have only 100 quota. So early bird, we admit who will come first, we will serve them first. So we will announce the details later. But this is also one of the attractiveness that if you join us, you can also be free to join the summit too. Yeah. Photos 2007, the first year, and we have two teams together, and one from Hong Kong University, one from CHK. The second year, much bigger venue, and more people. Jen, this guy. He's the winner of 2008. His social venture is called Green Collar. He is still working on this one, but just working alone because all his teammates left, finding jobs. This is true. Okay, we face the truth. Not every student can become a social entrepreneur, but who can stand the last will get the whole fortune, maybe. Because he is very smart, because he can find money. He can find money from United States. He filed an application to the Clinton University initiative, and then get $3,000 for buying equipment, $4,000 for buying equipment. So if you were him, you will find much way, or you can learn from him that you can find a lot of ways to finance your ventures, because at least there are a lot of opportunities available for young students like you. People respect you. If you apply money from them, you can usually get the money and start something that you want to do. So Jack is one of our very favorite students, because he knocked on everyone's door and tried to persuade people, give me money, I work on this fertilizer project. He's still working on this fertilizer project. We are now helping him to get into the engineering school to participate together. We design the trash of how to collect the trash, collect the food wastage, how to mix it in a more efficient way. We partner with the engineering school students together. We just happened this week. So at least, although we are now delaying for another 1 year for execution, but the student spirit, the spirit of social entrepreneurship is very, very respectful. 2009, our Vice Chancellor supporting us, and we have two teams, ICE, Intercultural Education, and also the True Colors, two teams. Both teams are working on the kinds of cultural communications and minority ethics. This team called True Colors, they work on how to engage the minority group to become more socially inclusion and let the general public to understand more about them. Like the Indian dancing, through some cultural performance like Indian dancing, African dance, so that our local citizens can understand those African minority groups are working and living. And so they are more like a cultural performance agent. Another team is for students. They operate a learning platform that try to get secondary school students and university students to learn the communication skills, to learn the cross-cultural communication approach, and also in a very creative way to learn the English languages and also the presentation things. So these two teams, they won the champions and they are still undergoing the internship in our monitoring process. That's the end of my introduction. So we can start something chatting together, chatting with our guests as they're still here, and also if you have any ideas, feel free to come to us and discuss. Okay, thank you very much.